All right. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going deep on Chet Holmes, the ultimate sales machine.
Oh, this is a good one.
Yeah, it's packed with strategies to kind of boost your business and even your personal effectiveness. And we're going to try to extract the most valuable nuggets for you.
You know, one of the things I really appreciate about Holmes's approach is that he doesn't try to overwhelm you with a million different tactics.
Yeah.
Instead, he really zeroes in on a few kind of key areas and then just emphasizes mastering them through what he calls pig-headed discipline and determination.
Okay, pig-headed discipline. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Reminds me, kind of like how you would learn martial arts, right?
Yeah.
You don't become a black belt by trying out every single move once.
Right.
It's about relentlessly practicing those essentials until they become like second nature.
Exactly.
That's kind of what he's getting at here.
Yeah, absolutely. He argues that instead of chasing, the shiny new object or the latest trend, you should identify those essential skills that will truly impact your business.
Right.
And then practice them, like you said, relentlessly with unwavering focus, even when it gets tough.
So how do we apply that pig-headed discipline, let's say, to something like time management?
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that everybody struggles with at some point.
Oh, for sure. And that's actually how he kicks off the book with this powerful section on time management. And he provides these 6 steps to reclaim control of your day.
Right.
And it starts with this idea of touch it once.
Okay.
Meaning you deal with a task immediately.
Oh, I like that.
Instead of letting it pile up.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that, letting things pile up.
Right. It's about eliminating those kind of lingering to-dos that clutter your mind. Then he talks about creating that daily to-do list, prioritizing tasks, and then scheduling them into these specific time blocks.
He even suggests working in 90-minute increments, right?
Oh, exactly.
It's like interval training, but for your brain.
Yeah, it's like that focused, deep work.
But how do you know that you're actually focusing on the right tasks?
Yeah, that's a great point.
I mean, you could be incredibly efficient, but you're doing things that, don't really move the needle.
Right, and that's where that 80-20 rule comes in.
Okay.
Holmes argues that if you can identify and dedicate 80% of your time to the activities that actually produce those most significant results,
Right.
you could dramatically increase your productivity.
That makes sense, but how do you identify those high-impact activities? That seems pretty tricky.
It really depends on your specific goals in your industry, but he does provide some clear examples.
Right.
For salespeople, he suggests focusing heavily on prospecting and particularly cold calling.
Wait, cold calling, is that still relevant?
I know, right? You'd think it'd be outdated.
Yeah, in today's digital world.
But he actually addresses that concern head on.
Okay.
He argues that while many people dread it, it can still be an incredibly effective way to connect with potential clients.
Okay.
Especially when it's done strategically.
Oh, I'm still a little skeptical, but I'm willing to hear him out.
Okay.
Tell me more about this strategic approach to cold calling.
He tells this story about a client whose software actually revealed that his salespeople were making far fewer cold calls than they thought they were.
Oh, wow.
It's easy to get caught up in the busy work, right? And convince ourselves that we're doing the important things.
Yeah. Ouch.
That's got to be a tough realization.
Yeah, it really highlights how crucial it is to actually track your activities and make sure that you're actually spending time on those high-impact tasks.
Exactly. And that's where that pig-headed discipline comes in again.
Okay.
It's about, consciously choosing to prioritize those tasks and sticking to that commitment, even when it's uncomfortable.
Even when you'd rather be doing something else.
Exactly.
All right, so we've got focus, we've got time management.
Yeah.
What's the next key area that Holmes tackles?
Training.
Okay.
He's incredibly passionate about this idea that ongoing training and development are crucial for everyone in a company, from the CEO to the newest intern.
Like everybody.
Everyone.
Okay.
He compares it to mandatory continuing education for doctors and lawyers.
Makes sense. You wouldn't want a surgeon operating on you with outdated techniques.
Exactly.
You need to stay on top of the latest advancements.
Right. And Holmes contrasts this approach with what he calls the tribal method of training.
Okay.
Where knowledge is passed down kind of haphazardly through observation and word of mouth.
So like the caveman days.
Pretty much. But the problem is that it can lead to the perpetuation of bad habits and outdated information.
It's like that game of telephone where the message gets distorted along the way.
Exactly.
And in business, those distortions can lead to, inefficiency, errors, missed opportunities.
Absolutely.
So how do we avoid falling into that tribal trap?
Well, Holmes doesn't just theorize about training. He shares this powerful story about how his karate training actually helped him survive a car crash.
Wow, that's incredible. What does karate have to do with running a business, though?
Well, he uses it to highlight the power of repetition in mastering any skill.
Okay.
In karate, you practice those moves over and over again until they become instinctive.
Right.
It's not just about attending a one-time training event. It's about consistently honing your skills.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this pig-headed discipline applies to training as well.
Right.
You got to be willing to put in the time and the effort to really master a skill. And that goes for anything, sales, marketing, even something like public speaking.
Absolutely. It's about going beyond event training and committing to that continuous improvement.
So what specific training methods does he actually recommend? Does he just mean like reading books and attending seminars?
Well, he actually advocates for a variety of methods.
Okay.
He's a big proponent of role-playing
Okay.
to practice real-life scenarios. He also emphasizes the use of visual aids, case studies showcasing both successes and failures,
Right.
and importantly, technology training
Yeah.
to keep up with the ever-evolving digital landscape.
It sounds like he's encouraging a well-rounded approach to training, incorporating different techniques to cater to different learning styles and skill sets.
Exactly. And he also believes that training shouldn't be confined to those formal settings.
Oh, okay.
He dedicates a whole chapter to the power of workshop-style meetings
Okay.
for problem-solving and continuous improvement.
You mean those meetings where everyone huddles around a whiteboard and brainstorms ideas?
Exactly.
Okay.
But he takes it a step further.
Okay.
He believes these workshops should be applied to every aspect of the business,
Not just sales.
not just sales, every part of the business.
So instead of just sitting through boring presentations, you're actively engaging with your team, identifying challenges, and coming up with solutions together.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that.
And he outlines several benefits to this approach.
All right.
Workshops can foster team bonding,
Okay.
create synergy, and provide a platform for leaders to guide the company's direction.
Sounds like a great way to break down silos and get everyone working together towards a common goal.
Exactly.
I like it.
He tells this amazing story about how he used a workshop approach to fix 18 customer service problems in just 2 hours.
Wow, that's impressive. 2 hours.
2 hours.
Okay.
And he emphasizes that having the president of the company actively involved was a crucial part of its success.
I can see how that would be very impactful, sending that message of, that commitment to improvement.
Absolutely. It creates that culture of accountability and collaboration.
Yeah.
And Holmes provides the step-by-step process for conducting a workshop to actually identify those training needs.
Okay.
And he suggests starting with a simple question. What are the things standing in the way of this being a much better company?
That is a powerful question. It gets people thinking critically about areas for improvement and empowers them to take ownership of those solutions.
Exactly. And once you have that feedback,
Yeah.
you can tailor your training program to address those specific pain points.
Okay, so we've covered focus, we've covered time management, we've covered training.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we go from here? What's the next piece of this ultimate sales machine?
Strategic thinking.
Okay.
Holmes makes this clear distinction between tactics, which are short-term actions,
Okay.
and strategy, which involves long-term vision and planning.
So it's like the difference between fighting fires and preventing them in the first place.
Exactly.
Okay.
He argues that while most executives are good at getting things done, that tactical side,
Yeah.
very few are truly strategic thinkers.
So we need to become chess masters, like thinking several moves ahead.
In a sense, yeah. He introduces this fascinating concept called the stadium pitch.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine you're giving a presentation to a stadium packed with potential buyers.
Okay, I'm picturing it. Thousands of people, all eyes on me. What's the pitch?
It's not about selling a specific product or service.
Okay.
It's about presenting a big idea, a powerful message that captures everyone's attention,
Okay.
even those who aren't actively looking to buy.
So it's less about pushing a product and more about providing valuable insights.
Exactly. Like he gives some great examples.
Okay.
Let's say you're selling office equipment. Your stadium pitch wouldn't be buy our amazing copiers.
Right.
It would be something like the 5 ways to increase productivity in your office.
That's clever. Yeah. You're addressing a broader need and positioning yourself as more of an expert, not just a salesperson.
Exactly. Or if you were selling merchant services to retail stores,
Yeah.
your pitch wouldn't be about transaction fees.
Yeah.
It would be something like the 5 reasons retail stores fail.
Ooh, I can see how that would grab their attention.
Yeah.
It's about tapping into their fears and aspirations, not just their immediate needs.
Right. And that's the power of strategic thinking. It's about getting people to lean in and say, I need to hear this, even if I don't think I need what you're selling.
Okay, this stadium pitch concept is intriguing.
Yeah.
It's like you're not just selling a product, you're selling an idea, a solution to a problem that resonates on a deeper level.
Exactly. Holmes calls this approach education-based marketing.
So instead of a hard sell, you're providing valuable information that positions you as a trusted advisor.
Exactly. He shares a compelling story about a multinational newspaper company that reversed a 4-year sales decline by implementing this strategy.
Wow, okay.
Instead of simply pushing ad space, their salespeople became consultants,
Okay.
offering insights into the challenges businesses faced in the local community.
That's a great example of how shifting your approach from a sales pitch to a value proposition can really make all the difference.
Right.
Did he actually mention how they implemented this shift?
He provides a detailed script for how their salespeople engaged prospects and scheduled educational presentations.
Okay.
They weren't just asking for the sale, they were offering valuable insights and solutions.
That's brilliant. He's literally giving you the tools to put this concept into action.
Exactly. And he highlights the benefits of this approach.
Right.
Increased sales, stronger customer relationships,
Yeah.
and even improved salesperson expertise.
It's a win-win-win. So next time I'm facing a tough sales challenge, I'm going to channel my inner Chet Holmes and craft a stadium pitch that educates and inspires.
I love it. And the beauty of education-based marketing is that it can be adapted to online platforms like webinars, social media.
Yeah.
You can reach a global audience and build relationships virtually.
Okay, this is really exciting. But even with the best marketing strategies in place, you still need a great team to execute them.
Yeah, absolutely. Holmes is adamant about building a team of what he calls superstars.
Okay.
Even if you're a one-person operation.
You mean like surrounding yourself with those talented individuals who can help you achieve your goals.
Exactly. Whether they're employees, contractors, or even mentors.
But he goes beyond just looking for those skilled individuals, right?
Right.
He emphasizes the importance of finding people with the right personality traits for success.
Exactly.
So it's not just about what they know, it's about who they are.
It's about who they are, yeah.
What kind of traits are we talking about here?
He lists traits like dominance, influence, empathy, ego drive, ego strength, and a commitment to self-improvement.
Okay, now some of those might seem a little counterintuitive, especially empathy. You wouldn't normally associate empathy with a cutthroat sales environment.
That's true. But he argues that empathy is key to understanding your customers' needs and building genuine rapport.
Okay.
It's about connecting with them on a human level, not just treating them like a transaction.
Okay, yeah, I can see how that would build trust and loyalty.
Exactly.
But how do you identify these traits in a potential hire?
He provides some very specific interview questions to assess these qualities.
Okay.
For instance, to gauge a candidate's empathy and ability to connect with others, he suggests asking questions like, how would your best friend describe you?
Wow.
Or what are some of your best memories?
Interesting, yeah. Those are, they go beyond the typical resume rundown.
Right.
Give you a glimpse into their personality and their values.
And to assess their ego drive and ambition, he recommends asking them to actually rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, wow.
In various areas related to sales and achievement.
That's clever. Yeah, you're getting them to reveal their self-perception and their level of confidence.
Exactly. And he also suggests asking about their personal development habits, like what books they're reading, what podcasts they're listening to.
Yeah, it's like you're getting a glimpse into their mindset and their commitment to growth.
Exactly. And he doesn't stop there. He's a strong advocate for performance-based compensation structures with little to no base pay.
So it's about aligning incentives and rewarding those who are truly driven by results and, exceeding expectations.
Exactly.
It's a high-risk, high-reward approach.
Right.
But I can see how it would attract top talent.
Exactly. And he even gives an example of applying this to interns.
Okay.
It's about investing in their potential and providing them with the opportunity to actually earn their way to a bigger role in the company.
It's like saying, hey, we're not just giving you a job, we're giving you a chance to prove yourself and build a successful career.
Exactly. And speaking of finding the best, Holmes then dives into the art of targeting those high-value prospects. He reiterates his concept of the Dream 100.
Okay, refresh my memory. What's the Dream 100 all about?
It's about identifying your top 100 ideal clients, the ones that would bring the most value to your business.
Right.
And then developing a systematic plan to reach them.
But how do you actually get in front of these dream clients, these ideal clients?
He shares a story about penetrating a major law firm by offering a valuable educational presentation to their management committee.
Ah, so it's that education-based marketing approach again.
Exact.
But applied strategically to a highly targeted group of prospects.
Exactly. And he highlights the importance of social proof and creating a sense of exclusivity. In his story, he mentions how he named several other top law firms that were already scheduled for these presentations.
It's like saying, hey, everyone else is doing this. You don't want to miss out.
Exactly. And he stresses that you can't just make empty promises.
Right.
You know, your educational content needs to be genuinely valuable to your prospects.
It's about building trust and credibility, not just trying to trick people into buying from you.
Exactly. And he also discusses the best neighborhood strategy for business-to-consumer sales.
Right.
He uses the example of a dentist who targets affluent neighborhoods because those residents are more likely to afford his high-end services.
Yeah, it makes sense to focus your marketing efforts on the people who are most likely to become loyal customers and appreciate your unique value proposition.
Right. And then there's affiliate marketing, where you leverage existing relationships and networks to reach new customers.
So, like partnering with other thought leaders.
Exactly. To promote each other's products and services.
Like a mutually beneficial cross-promotion. You're tapping into each other's audiences.
Exactly.
It's a win-win.
And he emphasizes that affiliate marketing can be a much faster way to grow than traditional advertising or direct mail.
Okay.
It's about leveraging the trust and credibility of your partners to reach a wider audience.
All right. So we've got strategies for identifying those ideal clients. We've got strategies for getting in front of them. But how do we turn those prospects into paying customers?
Right.
What does Holmes have to say about actually closing the deal?
Well, he outlines what he calls the 7 musts of marketing.
Okay.
And these are strategies to maximize your impact and reach.
All right, I'm all ears. Let's hear about these musts.
He starts with advertising.
Okay.
He emphasizes the importance of clear, consistent messaging and visually appealing design.
Right.
He even shares an example of a mortgage broker who had incredible success with a simple billboard that just said, "Lower your payments now."
Okay.
So simple, but effective.
It's a great example of how even a simple message delivered effectively can make a huge impact.
Exactly. So what's next on the list? Direct mail.
Direct mail. Okay, so he's not talking about those generic mass mailings that end up in the trash.
No. He emphasizes the importance of targeting your mailings and offering something truly valuable to the recipient.
He even mentions using creative formats to make your mailings stand out.
Right.
Like, designing them to look like greeting cards or invitations.
Exactly. And including small, useful gifts to make a lasting impression.
It's all about creating a memorable experience and building a connection with the recipient. So what about corporate literature?
Yeah.
Are brochures and pamphlets still relevant in the digital age?
Holmes believes they are.
Okay.
But they need to be done right.
Okay.
He emphasizes the importance of creating high-quality materials that are packed with valuable information, not just sales pitches.
So it's about using those materials to educate and inform.
Exactly. He suggests that your brochure should be like a mini version of your stadium pitch.
Okay.
Highlighting those key data and insights that position you as an expert and build credibility.
Okay. So far, we've got advertising, direct mail, and corporate literature. What's next?
Public relations.
Public relations, PR.
Holmes argues that PR can be an incredibly powerful way to build credibility and reach a wider audience.
But how do you get that media attention if you're not a celebrity or a Fortune 500 company?
He suggests using what he calls your core story data to craft compelling press releases.
Okay, remind me, what's core story data again?
Remember those wow facts and figures that make people sit up and take notice?
Right.
That's what you want to highlight in your PR efforts.
So it's about finding those nuggets of information that journalists and bloggers will find interesting and newsworthy.
Exactly. And he emphasizes the importance of building relationships with key media players in your industry.
It's all about networking and becoming a trusted source of information.
Oh, exactly.
What else is on the musts list?
Trade shows.
Trade shows.
But again, he emphasizes that you need to do them right.
Right. You got to stand out from the crowd.
Right. It's not just about showing up with a booth and some brochures.
Yeah, you got to create a memorable experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He provides some great examples.
Right.
He talks about the importance of creating a fun and engaging atmosphere.
Okay.
Having a unique theme, or even throwing a party.
He even mentioned a client who had incredible success at a trade show by dressing up as dirt doctors.
It sounds silly, but it worked.
It worked, yeah. It's about being creative and memorable.
Exactly.
What about seminars? Are those still a valuable marketing tool?
Holmes believes they are. He suggests using seminars as a way to educate potential customers and build relationships.
Okay.
He talks about partnering with other thought leaders to create more compelling events and attract larger audiences.
It's like taking that education-based marketing approach and amplifying it.
Exactly.
What about the internet? Surely that has to be one of the musts.
Absolutely. He emphasizes the importance of having a strong online presence.
Oh,
Building your email list.
Right.
And using your website to capture leads and nurture relationships.
And I'm guessing he's a big fan of those webinars that we talked about earlier.
You bet. Webinars are a great way to implement that education-based marketing strategy online.
Okay.
You can reach a global audience and build relationships virtually.
Okay, those are the 7 musts of marketing. But even with the best marketing plan in the world, you still need to know how to close the deal. What does Holmes have to say about sales skills?
That's where his 7 steps to any sale come in.
Okay.
It's this structured approach to guide salespeople through the entire sales process, from initial contact to closing the deal.
Okay, I'm ready to learn these steps. Where do we start?
Step 1 is establishing rapport.
Okay.
It's about building trust and connecting with the prospect on a personal level. Holmes stresses the importance of being knowledgeable, asking great questions, and finding common ground.
So it's about creating a genuine human connection.
Exactly.
Not just treating them like a transaction.
Exactly. And once you've built that rapport, you move on to step 2, identifying the problem.
Okay.
This is where you really listen carefully to the prospect and understand their needs and pain points.
So you're becoming a problem solver, not just a product pusher.
Exactly.
Right.
And then step 3 is presenting the solution.
Okay.
You introduce your product or service and explain how it can address the prospect's specific challenges.
But it's not just about rattling off features and benefits, right? It's about tailoring your presentation to their unique needs.
Exactly.
And showing how your solution can truly make a difference.
Exactly. And step 4 is building value.
Okay.
You go beyond simply listing features and benefits. You quantify those benefits whenever possible and highlight the unique value you bring to the table.
So instead of just saying, our product will save you time, you might say, our product will save you an average of 10 hours per week.
Exactly. You want to make those benefits tangible and relatable to their specific situation.
Okay, we've established rapport, we've identified the problem, we've presented the solution, and we've built value. What's next?
Step 5 might seem a little counterintuitive, but it's revealing objections. Okay. Holmes believes in proactively uncovering any potential concerns the prospect might have.
So you're bringing those objections to the surface instead of trying to avoid them.
Exactly. By addressing those concerns head on, you build trust and demonstrate your expertise.
Yeah, makes sense. It's better to address those objections now,
right,
rather than have them linger and potentially derail the deal later on.
Exactly.
So how do you actually handle those objections once you've uncovered them?
That's step 6, overcoming objections.
Okay.
This is where your expertise and listening skills really come into play. You need to provide clear and concise answers to the prospect's concerns, reassuring them, and building their confidence in your solution.
It sounds like this step requires a lot of preparation.
It does.
And quick thinking. You need to anticipate those potential objections and have a strategy for addressing them effectively.
Absolutely. And then we come to the grand finale.
Okay.
Step 7, closing the sale.
This is the moment of truth.
Exactly. This is where you confidently guide the prospect towards making a decision.
Okay.
Holmes provides several tips and techniques for closing effectively. Things like using risk reversal strategies, assuming the sale.
Yeah, I remember he had this great line. He's like, if you truly believe your product or service can help the prospect, it's your moral obligation to close the deal.
Exactly. He believes that if you've done your job right in the previous steps, building that rapport, identifying the problem, presenting the solution, overcoming objections, then closing should be a natural progression.
It's about guiding them towards a decision that's in their best interest, not just pushing for a sale.
Exactly. It's about helping them see the value in your solution and making it easy for them to say yes.
Okay, so we've covered the 7 steps to making a sale. But the work doesn't end there, right? What about building those long-term relationships?
Right.
Keeping clients coming back for more?
That's where Holmes's insights on follow-up and client bonding come in. He dedicates a whole chapter to this crucial aspect of the ultimate sales machine.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
What are his secrets for building those lasting relationships?
Well, he outlines 10 specific steps to great follow-up that go far beyond the typical thank you note.
Okay.
And the first one, he starts with the classic thank you note.
Okay.
But with a twist. It should be handwritten and personalized to make it stand out from all those generic emails.
Yeah, that's a great way to show, genuine appreciation. Leave a lasting impression.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
A follow-up email reiterating the key points and value discussed during your initial interaction.
So it's not just saying thanks.
Right.
It's reminding them of the benefits you offer and kind of reinforcing that connection.
Exactly.
Right.
And then step 3 is making a follow-up call.
Okay.
Not to push for a sale,
Right.
but to offer additional insights or resources that might be helpful to them.
So you're positioning yourself as a valuable resource, someone who genuinely cares about their success.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm liking these steps so far. What's next?
This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Step 4 is throwing a party or sharing a meal with your clients.
Wow, that's definitely going above and beyond.
It is.
But I can see how that would create a more personal connection and foster like a sense of community.
Exactly. It's about building relationships, not just closing deals.
Okay.
So we've done the note, the email, the call, maybe even had a party.
Okay, so we've sent a thank you note, follow-up email, made a call, and maybe even thrown a party. What's step 5?
Sending another email.
Okay.
But this time with a specific offer to help their business.
Okay.
It could be, a helpful article, a connection to a valuable resource, or even a discount on your services.
It's about consistently providing value even after they've become a client.
Exactly. And then step 6 takes it to a whole new level. Planning something fun that includes their families.
Oh, wow.
This could be a group outing, to a sporting event, a movie night, or even a picnic in the park.
Okay, that's impressive.
Yeah.
That really shows that you value them, as people, not just as clients.
Right.
It's about building those genuine connections that go beyond business.
Exactly. And then the 7th step focuses on their professional network.
Okay.
Offering to connect them with other clients or provide referrals that could benefit their business.
So you're being a connector, a facilitator, helping them expand their network and achieve greater success.
Exactly. And then we come to those small but meaningful gestures that can have a big impact.
Yeah.
Step 8 is sending a handwritten note or a funny joke.
Okay.
Just to stay top of mind and show that you're thinking of them.
Yeah, those personal touches can really make a difference in today's, kind of impersonal world.
Exactly. Step 9 is offering more help to succeed. This could be giving them a free training course, alerting them to important industry trends, or even just being a sounding board for their ideas.
So you're being like a true partner in their success, not just a vendor.
Right.
I like it.
And finally, step 10.
Okay.
The grand gesture. Inviting them to your home for a special event or gathering.
Wow. Okay, that's definitely taking client appreciation to a whole new level.
It is.
It's about building those deep personal connections that last a lifetime.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Holmes believes that these 10 steps, implemented consistently and strategically, can create a level of client loyalty that's almost unheard of in today's business world.
Okay, that's an incredibly comprehensive approach to follow up. It's not just about staying in touch.
Right.
It's about nurturing those relationships and becoming like an indispensable part of their lives.
Yes.
It takes effort, but I can see how the payoff would be huge.
It does. It all comes back to that focus and consistency that we talked about earlier. Yeah.
You need to make those relationships a priority and put in the work to stay connected.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
From the 7 musts of marketing to the 7 steps to any sale and those 10 steps for incredible follow-up.
Yes.
Is there anything else we need to cover before we wrap things up?
You're right. We can't forget about the reticular activating system.
Okay.
Or the RAS that Holmes introduces towards the end of the book.
Oh, yeah.
And it plays a key role in how we perceive the world and achieve our goals.
Okay, remind me, what's this RAS all about?
Think of it as the attitude programmer of the brain.
Okay.
It filters information and shapes our reality based on our beliefs and our thoughts.
So if we focus on positive thoughts and beliefs, our RAS will kind of help us to achieve our goals. It sounds a little bit like, the power of positive thinking.
It's similar, but the RAS goes deeper than that.
Okay.
It's about understanding how our brains work and using that knowledge to our advantage. Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more about how we can actually leverage the RAS for success. All right, welcome back. So we're wrapping up our deep dive on Chet Holmes as the ultimate sales machine. And we've covered a lot of ground, like from mastering your time to building that superstar team.
Yeah, a lot of great stuff.
Now it's time to make sure all that effort is actually paying off, right?
Absolutely.
You mentioned measuring effectiveness at the end of last time.
Yes. Yes.
So how do we actually do that? What does Holmes recommend?
He provides a really detailed example of a performance worksheet for tracking sales calls.
Okay.
And it's not just about counting how many calls you make.
Right.
You also track things like how often you're reaching that decision maker versus getting stuck with a gatekeeper or what those most common objections are and how effectively you're actually overcoming them.
So it's like you're turning your sales calls into these mini experiments where you're gathering data and constantly refining your approach to improve your results.
Precisely. And this data-driven approach can be applied to, any area of your business, not just sales.
Right, yeah.
You can track marketing campaigns, customer service interactions, even your own personal productivity.
It's about identifying those key metrics that are relevant to your goals and then just consistently tracking them to see what's working and what needs to be tweaked.
Absolutely. And Holmes also emphasizes the power of using contests to actually boost motivation and engagement.
Contests, okay.
He shares a great example of a picture framing business that saw a significant increase in productivity just by implementing this performance-based bonus system.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about, rewarding the top performer. Yeah. It was about creating that fun and engaging way to motivate everyone to do their best.
It's amazing how a little healthy competition can sometimes ignite that drive to excel. But, does that create this kind of dog-eat-dog environment where people are so focused on beating each other that they're not actually working together?
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's a valid concern. But Holmes actually argues that contests, when done correctly, can actually foster a sense of camaraderie and teamwork. Okay. It's not about pitting people against each other. Right. It's about creating that fun and engaging way to motivate everyone to just do their best. Okay. It's about setting those clear goals, providing the right incentives, and then celebrating everyone's achievements.
It's about celebrating everyone's achievements, not just those top performers.
Exactly. Yeah. And the beauty of contests is they can be adapted to, any area of your business. Yeah. You can have contests for customer service, innovation, teamwork, or even something as simple as, attendance. Yeah. It's about finding those creative ways to incentivize the behaviors you want to see in your company culture. Before we wrap things up, I want to bring us back to that story Holmes tells about working with Charlie Munger and turning around that struggling legal magazine. Yes. It really just illustrates how these principles we've talked about can come together to create those really amazing results.
Oh, yeah. He managed to take that magazine from being ranked like 15th in the market to the #1 spot.
I know, it's crazy.
In just a year.
1 year.
What was his secret?
He implemented everything we talked about.
Okay.
He started by identifying those key areas that needed improvement, like targeting the right advertisers, crafting a compelling core story. Right. Then he focused on training that sales team.
Okay.
implemented those time management principles,
Right.
used that pig-headed discipline,
Right.
and built those strong relationships with clients and prospects.
It's like he took all the pieces of the ultimate sales machine and assembled them into this like high-performance engine, right?
Exactly. And it proves that even in a challenging and competitive industry, you can achieve those incredible results by just focusing on the fundamentals and executing them with that precision.
Wow. This has been, this deep dive has been incredible.
I know. It's a great book.
I feel like I've got a whole new understanding of what it takes to build a successful business and a fulfilling life.
That's the goal.
But before we say goodbye, is there one final message that you want to leave our listeners with?
If you only remember one thing from the ultimate sales machine, let it be this.
Okay.
Success isn't about luck or some secret formula.
Right.
It's about mastering those few key areas, practicing them relentlessly, and executing with that pig-headed discipline and determination that Holmes talks about.
Right.
It's about being committed to continuous improvement, learning from your mistakes, and never giving up on your vision.
It's about taking ownership of your success and becoming, like the architect of your own destiny.
Exactly. And whether you're building a business, pursuing a passion project, or just striving to live that more fulfilling life, these principles can help you achieve those goals.
I love that. It's a powerful message that, I think resonates far beyond just the world of sales.
Yeah, for sure.
It's about becoming that, the best version of yourself, both professionally and personally.
Absolutely.
Well, this deep dive has been truly inspiring, and I hope you, our listener, are feeling as motivated as I am to, put these strategies into action and create your own version of the ultimate sales machine.
I hope so, too.
Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the ultimate sales machine.
It's been fun.
We hope you've gained some valuable insights and are ready to take your business and your life to the next level. Until next time, keep diving deep.